God brought me to IU to reconnect me with Him. He knew there were people here that could bring me back to Him and remind me of the love that He has for me. Since coming back here, I have been brought back to Christ. Second semester of freshman year, I experienced heartbreak from a relationship, and I kind of lost happiness, and I was stuck in pain and in a hole for a really long time. But God has reminded me that He loves me and He cares for me. He has showed me His love and compassion and has made me able to forgive those people I never thought I could. He has brought me out of that pit and showed me the light of His kingdom.
I've just been continually floored with the love I've received from the Chi Alpha community and from God's grace.
Growing up, ups and downs like a lot of you can relate to. And I could always come back and say, I trust God, I commit my life to God, but there's always something in my heart that was just being told, don't submit. Whatever it is, you can commit to following Him, doing all the things that you're taught, but don't surrender yourself to God. And I don't know if any of you guys can relate to that out there, but tonight I think it's finally time.
Recently, I've just gone through some hard times, and I just knew going to Chi Alpha with my best friend Lucy, I just started realizing that I needed God in my life again.
Freshman year of high school, I experienced really traumatic loss in my family. My father, he suffered an asthma attack and fell into a coma, and he passed away. And that was just very hard to deal with. And so I kind of pulled away from God. I pulled away from church. And till this day, I haven't been to any Sunday services just because I remember going to service with him, and it's really, it's hard. So I'm hoping that this can bring me forward so that I can become closer to God. Because even though I know He didn't turn away from me, I turned away from Him. And so I'm ready to just go back to Him.
It was people in IUXA, people like Derek, the staff, and the other people in this community who realized that satisfaction doesn't come from this world, it comes from Jesus. And it was people in IUXA who put Jesus first. This is the community that always chases after building the kingdom and what Jesus wants. And if it wasn't for that, I don't know if I would have seen the sufficiency of the cross.
During senior year, I kind of got a lost interest in going to church, and I felt as though it was becoming more of a chore than me wanting to go and give myself to the Lord. But since coming to IU, I'm a freshman, and coming to Chi Alpha, constantly going to services and going to core group with Jelly and my friends and everything, it's helping me renew that passion into giving myself to the Lord again.
We were singing an old hymn, "Because of Him, I Can Face Tomorrow." And I think I just really felt that in the moment, and just recognizing because of Christ, there's a purpose for my life, and there's a reason to wake up in the morning.
I wasn't giving God everything, and it wasn't until I became a member of Chi Alpha and I started feeling His actual presence in my life. I had been a Christian, but I didn't start feeling His overwhelming presence until Chi Alpha. And He told me, you can't do this alone. Bring your brokenness at my feet. I take your shame, I take your regret, everything. You can bring it to me. And so now I can finally start seeing God as my Father, and I am seeing Him as my Father.
I'll be living in a house full of 5 other engineering students that don't have much of a Christian background, so this year in Chi Alpha really prepared me to share the love of God with them next year.
It was when I was in those valleys of doubt and depression and anxiety that I felt like God was pushing me to Chi Alpha, and He was pushing me to people that had no reason to love me, but they did anyway. They were people that I had shut out and I had written off, and they were like, let us serve you and love you. In that moment, I really saw the unconditional love that's in this room, and the way that Chi Alpha is willing to share hard gospel truths with you when you need them, which is always. And I could say a million awesome things about how Chi Alpha has literally saved my life.
I would say that I'm a completely different person, not only because of Chi Alpha, but because I was radically transformed by the love of Jesus.
We're
as long as I can remember, God has been a part of my life. He has been by my side when going through tough things in my life, like when I was molested as a little girl, when I lost the two most important people. Come on, you got this, in my life. And lastly, when I almost became homeless my junior year of high school. But God was always there, and He always came through. I skipped the timeline up to college, and then Chi Alpha comes in the picture, where the reckless love of God is shown. 2 weeks ago, I had a breakdown about knowing my self-worth. And as many of you guys came in my life and wrecked me with your words of love and kindness. You guys wrecked me by inviting me to game night and capture the flag and a bonfire that lasts almost to 1 a.m. just accepting me. I've never had this type of love from people in the same age group as me. If God can make me feel loved after all the things I've been through in life, then I choose Him. Yes, Jesus has saved me from hell, but He's also saved me from myself, Amen. Which is something that I never thought would be possible. Jesus gave me a reason to live. Come on, got this, come on. Got this, baby. And I know because He lives, I can face tomorrow. You did it.
I was not born in a Christian family. Actually, my parents and all of my relatives, they are all atheists. So before I came to IU, before I came to Chi Alpha, I never heard anything about the Jesus and about the Christ. But yeah, one year ago, I never thought I would be baptized one day. And yeah, that's amazing. I think it's the magic of my life. Yeah, thank you. And I really like one of the story in the Bible. It's the God left the 99 sheep to find the lost one. I always think I am the one. So yeah, I really appreciate what God has done to my life and to encourage me and to really make me another person. So I'm here today. Just want to say I want to commit my rest of the life to the Jesus.
My country is a Buddhist country, so they persecute Christian. But my parents also supported me, and I kind of felt like God talked to me that I should start like doing Bible study there. So yeah. So we're just gonna live in May 2021, I don't know. So I also like request a prayer. Everyone here is like, that's not a Christian country, so I might get killed or like something could happen. So like even those things happens, like I want God to be strengthening my faith, not to like walk by sight, like walk by faith.
I would ask why, like what about this? I gave every single like disbelief or something that I could say to say that God doesn't exist. Every single thing I could, and people would have a response to me every single time. You know what I mean? And over the course of the trip, I didn't feel the Holy Spirit. I didn't feel something huge. What I did feel was an absence of something. I felt the absence of fear, and I felt the absence of my like rejection of God, and I could submit to Him. You know what I mean? And at the end of it, I knew like I have to get baptized. You know what I mean? I have to show that this is my sin being alone and He did that for me.
I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back. No turning back. The world behind me, no turning